Hiya, I'm back, and I'm back without empties. I'm back with full stuff. So if anybody's been watching me, because I was doing such a noble thing of not buying anything for 2022 and using up all of my full stuff, I've fallen off the wagon. But I thought I'll own up to it. I will explain all this 10 of events as a card, and then I'll show you what I've got. So basically, if you are new to watching me, I'm only here because I was trying to save money. I was trying to just use stuff that I've got upstairs. So I thought if I document all of the things I used in 2021 and remind myself of how much money I'd spent, but how I'd enjoyed those products, how I enjoyed trying new things, I would happily use all the things that I've got stashed upstairs and only buy something when I run out. Today is the 29th of March, so we're almost 3 months in. I'm just going to try and straighten this a little bit. And I had been relatively successful. I had one slip up, which I explained in a previous video. It was a necessity because I'd run out of vitamin C. Can't stop past vitamin C. I love it. So I bought one using my Boots points, so I didn't actually spend any money. And how this story unravelled is it started with needing something. So I'll tell you what I've got. You'll have to excuse the state of me. It is now about 8 o'clock on Tuesday evening. I've been at work all day. I've got a bit of a minging face really, but as I just felt such severe guilt when opening my package when I came in, I was like, face up to it now, Emma, don't titivate washing your hair or whatever, get it out there so people can call you out on your fakeness and tell you you're an idiot. So 2 things happened. One is, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but do you ever just suddenly hate your makeup or your face with your makeup on it? So you've been wearing a certain base or foundation or concealer or mascara or blush, whatever it might be, for ages, and you've loved it, and it's just, you know, just your nice normal face, and then all of a sudden it just looks shit. You think, well, have I changed colour? Or has something happened to my skin texture? Why is it gone patchy? Why? You know, do I suddenly look like I'm orange or like I'm grey? That can more happen to me rather than orange. And then you start looking at it and you think, oh, actually my eyebrows look a bit shit as well, and that mascara's gone a bit clumpy, and you just hate your makeup and you're like, right, I need to do something about this. So I did what I said I would do initially, and I went to my stash and I thought, right, what I want is lighter coverage. My skin doesn't look like it in this light with my baggy bags, but my skin's been quite good recently. It's been looking nice texture, or as far as nice texture with my skin would be. This keeps drooping down, I'm so sorry. My professional camera skills again. And I thought, go lighter coverage, go more sheer. So I went back to what I'm mostly using this summer. So recently I've been using, well, the last probably 6 months actually, been using slightly higher coverage foundation than I normally do. I usually use Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder, and I've been using quite a dark Trini blush. I want a lighter one. So I went back, got my Charlotte Tilbury out. Found my, what is her name, discontinued now, Becca Under Eye Miracle or whatever it's called, to try and do something about these darks and just sort of like lighten up my face, brighten up my face. So I found that. I found an old concealer, new but stockpiled concealer. Thought, oh, I'll try that. I haven't used that, and I was quite happy with it. I liked it. However, I'd run out of all primers more or less all at the same time, and I have been using an e.l.f. Minty gel primer, which is a dupe for the Milk Hydra grip, and I did like it, but it is not quite as good as the Milk Hydra grip. It's close, but it isn't quite as good. And I thought, do you know what, if I'm going to go much lighter coverage, I need what is on my face to stay on my face. If you're going to go light coverage, I'm a face toucher, I'll have it wiped off you know, in minutes. So what I'll do is I will go and I will buy one thing, and I will buy the Milk Hydro Grip. And before I did that, I thought, right, as far as I know, they only sell it on Cult Beauty. So this is predominantly a Cult Beauty haul that I've got here. I did have a look around, but I think really in the UK you can really only buy Milk makeup on Cult Beauty. So I went into my emails to check if I had any offers from Cult Beauty recently, and yes, I had a 20% off. I'd literally just got it that day or the day before. Maybe I'd seen it subliminally, planted itself in my mind, I don't know. But anyway, I had a 20% off, so I was like, right, that's fine. You can buy yourself that, then you can get it. So I thought, right, I'll get it. So here is product number one. It is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. So I don't know if anybody's used this before. It is a gel primer. It's like a sticky, no, that's not the right word, tacky yet flat base. It doesn't do, I don't think it does anything for your pores. It don't give you dewiness or mattness. It doesn't really do anything, I don't think, to your face, but it really does make your makeup stay on. It sticks to it and it's fabulous. It's green, looks like this. So that was step one, what got me to Cult Beauty in the first place, what got me buying this Milk Hydro Primer. And I had recently watched a video by Our Time of the Month. I've mentioned on them on here before. I'm always influenced, but I seem to be influenced by Caitlin and Danielle from that channel more than anybody else. And one of them had bought a Milk bronzer, a new product, and it's called the Bionic Bronzer. And she tested it on her hand, and it had such a lovely finish. It wasn't sparkly or shimmery yet, it was shiny and bright, and I thought, all right, you're going for this new look makeup, which incidentally isn't on my face today because I didn't have it all, I didn't have time. New look makeup, so what you want is, you don't want a heavy bronzer. So I'm mostly, the bronzers that I use, if I'm using a powder bronzer, I use Old Classic Benefit Dallas, and mostly I use a cream bronzer then. I use the Chanel big one. But although that is universal in colour, it looks way better on my skin when I've got a bit of a tan, and it's winter, I haven't had any tan, so I've not had much of that on. So I thought, maybe you should just have one little treat, and you should buy that Milk bronzer. It's like a liquid bronzer. Obviously, I'm going to show you it in a minute, because I bloody bought it. So I thought, right, you've got 20% off. It's only two things. One of them you need, and actually I'm trying to convince myself, I'm telling myself, you can buy things when you need them if you've got no replacement. I have got a replacement primer up there. I just want the primer I wanted. I've got about 20 bronzers up there, but I'd been taken with this Milk bronzer from Our Time of the Month showing it, and I thought, no, I need it, I want it. So I bought it. So we have here the Milk bronzer. It is a Bionic bronzer, it's called. I bought it in the shade Shapeshifter. Now I wasn't quite sure actually what shade I wanted to buy. It's in a little tube like this. I'm going to have I'm like a professional YouTuber here. I'm doing a first impressions. Ooh. So actually, I'm going to shake it up because it is liquidy, so it might be one of them that needs a bit of a mix up. So I've got another product that I bought that is already on my hand here. So I'm just going to, for testing purposes, oh bloody hell, that's like water. That might not be what it's meant to be like. Maybe needs a bit more shaking. So it's here like this. Right, that has a gleam. Currently looking way more like a highlighter than a bronzer. I don't feel like it came out the consistency it's meant to come out. It is pretty, but it's definitely like a highlighter, like a bronzy highlighter. I don't think it came out in the right texture that it's meant to come out. I feel like it ought to be a little bit thicker than that and not quite as watery. That looks a little bit more like it. So, oh, it's got a lump in it. Oh my god, if I broke my nearby for a load of Duff products, what an absolute irony that would be. That's it. Now, I don't know if you can tell in this light, but what drew me to it was it's got a shine, maybe like a glisten, gleam, but it isn't sparkly and it isn't glittery. Anyway, we'll try that on my face and I'll get back to you on it. But yeah, so that could have been where it ended. Could have stopped there, couldn't it? But no, I thought, do you know what? I'm actually running out of something else. And while I'm here and while I've got 20% off and I don't have a comparable product for it, I'm going to buy it. But to be sensible, so that I'm not coming back for more, I'll buy the big bottle of it and it'll last me, it will probably last me the rest of this year. And that is the Colour Wow Dream Coat. Anybody use this? It's called the Supernatural Spray. It's you put it on when, well, I put it on when my hair is damp, but I try and leave my hair to air dry as much as I can. Then I put a product on it and then I blow dry it or straighten it or do whatever I'm going to do with it afterwards. So this, it's like meant to repel moisture, keep your hair shiny, keep flyaways out there, but it's heat activated. It only works if you apply heat and blow dry it in afterwards. But I think it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I have super frizzy hair. I've got like kind of, can't tell because I straightened it the other day, but I have wavy hair, but it's not a nice wave, it's a frizz wave. It's not wavy enough to be curly, but it's too wavy to be, too curly to be wavy. So I do need some sort of products, but it's also really fine, it's limp, it's lifeless, so if I put anything too heavy on it, it wears it down. I discovered this product a couple of years ago and I think it is absolutely fantastic. It lasts for ages. What I like about it as well is if I've used this, I get an extra day of not hair washing out of it. So, you know, it's saving me money that way as well, doing washing my hair less than I need to. You know, I might save 20p in shampoo for the course of the year. But it is absolutely brilliant, and I've been using, I bought a series of little small bottles you can buy of it that were about £8, and I've been using those because they do last a long time. But in my quest to be as economical as I can be, I bought the full size one. The only issue I find with this, not really an issue, but it does take a lot to rinse out your hair. If you're going to wash hair, you really need to do 2 washes proper, get in there to get it rinsed out. It absolutely clings on, and then if you don't like that sort of thick silicone feel, you wouldn't like it. However, I think it's fabulous, highly recommend it. So I bought that. So I thought, oh, while you've run out, you've done it now, you've ruined it for yourself, you've already broken your vows, get everything that you need. And actually everything that I needed was only 2 more things. One of them is actually a new purchase for me. I like a fermented or biotic, prebiotic, probiotic toner essence ampule in my skincare regime. I've used a few different ones that I've got from usually Yes Style over the years, and then last year I bought one by a brand called Exuviance, which is a very expensive sort of, I think it's like a salon skincare type brand. You can buy it, you don't have to buy it through a physician, facialist or anything like that, but I do believe it's only sold in salons and it's really expensive. But it was brilliant. It was absolutely, it's the best, one of those things I've ever tried with the fermented what is it, lysate or bifidus, that type of ingredient. And I haven't been able to find it anywhere else. I think it is discontinued. It's not on the Exuviance website, it's not on Face the Future, which is where I bought it previously, or another website. I only actually found it in one place, which is a random website I've not heard of before, and I got a bit concerned that if it has been discontinued, it could be quite old stock, and because it's that probiotic stuff, a lot of it, you know, it doesn't last well. Certain shelf life, they go a bit mouldy even when you've got them open, you have to get through them. So I did a bit of Googling to see what might be a suitable alternative, and I've come up with this one, and it is the Fresh Kombucha Facial Treatment Essence. It came in various sizes. I bought the little one because this is the other side of my economising. I didn't actually want to buy the big bottle and then not like it, or it irritate my skin or something like that, and it'd be a waste of money. So instead what I'll probably do is love it, and then, you know, I paid cost per mil way more than I should have done. Should have got the big bottle. So it's this little diddy here. I wonder if it's got the disgusting yogurty smell. Let's see. First impressions again, I'm just a pro now. And it smells very Oh, it's got a slight fermented smell, but it smells a bit alcoholic, to be honest. So let's hope that isn't a disappointment. Anyway, so I got that. You'd think I'd stop there, wouldn't you? But this is where it started to go seriously wrong. Because the other thing that I really wanted, that I needed, was a replacement for the behaviour. What's it called? I have to look at it because I always forget. Don't Despair Repair. I have got a mini obsession going with the two behaviour hair masks. Don't Despair Repair and Be Kind, Be Gentle, Be Gentle, Be Kind, the Kiwi one. I think they're both amazing. It's a really long story that I won't go into now, but I've been growing out the grey in my hair for years and years and years. I haven't had a colour for forever and ever. And then at the back end of last year, on a whim, I had a lot of difficult things happen in my life last year. The upshot of that was I lost my mum, and I just needed a change, something different. So a few weeks after that happened, I went to the hairdressers. I was like, just do something with my hair, just blend these greys in, make it look brighter, make it look different. And they bleached it and put some toner over the top. Didn't like it, not their fault. They did a good job, but it didn't, I've just got to persevere with it. I've got to live with it. But it certainly, whilst it didn't particularly damage my hair, it certainly made a difference. So I started, I already used to use the Be Gentle, Be Kind behaviour, because that worked fine. But then I bought the Don't Despair Repair one after the bleaching. I also bought some Olaplex products, bought loads of different hair masks. This is in October last year, or November, before I entered my no-buy. And I've enjoyed them all, and I do have bits of all of them left. But the Don't Despair Repair I'd run out of. So I was like, do you know what? It's the best one that I used. I'm going to get a replacement of that because I've got 20% off. Idiot. I mean, I am a marketer's dream. They just lull you in with this stuff, don't they? So here it is, the tub of it. But what actually happened was I could put it in the search bar to find it, and it brought up this product, but it also brought up that it was in a Cult Beauty limited edition special box of curated products that was worth, I don't know, 200 quid say, and was actually only £70 as this special offer to try these things. And obviously I'm like, oh my god, it's a bargain. I already want this. This by itself is about 28 quid maybe. So I'm practically halfway there. To hold myself before I looked at it, you can only buy it if it's got something else in there that you genuinely actually would need, are replacing, or have used before and you know you love it, or have got a reason to have it. So I added it to my basket, didn't I? And it's here. So I'll tell you what's in it, and I'll tell you why I got it. So, mentioned at the start of this video, I ran out of vitamin C. I bought one. I bought the Ouai vitamin C serum. It was on offer in Boots. I think it retails at about 35 quid. It was half price, maybe 17.50, something like that. Anyway, it's shit. Don't buy it. It literally does nothing. I'm spoiled by vitamin C. I love that product, but I use a really expensive, high strength one. I use the Dr. C bag, vitamin C powder. It is like nothing else on earth, but it is really, really dear. It's like 85 quid for a couple of months worth of it, if that. So I needed some vitamin C, so I was going to look for some vitamin C, but I thought, no, I've got maybe about a week's left of that earlier one upstairs. Use that first, and then find something that's on offer in Boots. Use the rest of your Boots points on it. But I'd watched a video of, and I might even get this completely wrong, she might be using a totally different product, of Abby Young. Sorry. I actually watched her when I was telling you about the hair situation. I looked for people on YouTube who were renowned for good hair information. I found Abby Young, and she's great. If you want to know anything about Olaplex, bond building, pH balance shampoos. She is a fountain of knowledge, really in depth, really useful, comes across as quite unbiased to me. So I really enjoyed her. I watched quite a bit of her, and she mentioned that she'd stopped using vitamin C, and I believe, but this is where I might have made it up and she's using somewhere else, that she's replaced it with niacinamide. And one of the products in this beauty box was the Glow recipe, Watermelon Glow, Niacinamide Dew Drops. So I thought, right, well, I could try replacing the vitamin C that I have to buy with this niacinamide, see how it goes. Right, I'm going to get in a mess here, but here we go with first impressions again. Oh, it is like a very pale pink, extremely strongly scented watermelon, or fake watermelon. Was strong, but actually not unpleasant. I was a bit concerned it was going to be too oily because it's dew drops, and whilst I like a bit of glow, I don't really like that super glowy skin. I like to look bright and plump rather than glowy and glistening. Well, it seems alright, it's rubbed in okay. So I thought, right, actually there is a product in there then that I could benefit from, so I'll get it. So that was in there. It then also had a product which, you know, I never splash out on. So again, if you've seen my empties videos, you will have seen lots and lots and lots of, in fact, there is one here on the table. This is a 30, SPF 30 Altruist. Usually I use 50 on my face, but I love it. It's brilliant sun cream. I use it every single day and never splash out on expensive sunscreens. However, you know, girls got to live it up now and again. And one of the other products in the box was Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen, which is this here. Oh, won't focus. And I thought, you know what, it's not like it's something I was shopping for. It isn't like something I would need, but it is something I'll use. You know, it's not going to be something that goes in the stash drawer upstairs and never sees the light of day. I will use it, and I'll use that through the summer. So I've got a posh sunscreen, which for me is a treat. I would never have that. So that was in there. Then there was a mask, a face mask, which I've read about a lot on the internet. I've never actually used. I've never used any of this brand's products. But I say she, could be made by, no, it is a she, because obviously it's a founded by women box. It's the Summer Fridays jet lag mask. So I've heard that this is a brilliant rehydrating mask. It says busy lives can leave skin stressed, tired and thirsty. Used as a nightly mask, daytime moisturiser or in-flight skin savior. Our enhanced fragrance-free formula helps nourish, hydrate and calm with niacinamide, glycerin, hyaluronic acid and antioxidants. You know what this is probably going to be. I think it retails at about like 25 quid, 30 quid. It's going to be like that Boots No. 7 mask that I use all the time, which is just nice creamy hydration. But anyway, it was in the box. It added to the appeal, but it wasn't the main driver. But I'll try it out. I'll feed back to you, let you know how it goes. And then there was a thing that is a little tiny pot. This is, everything else actually was full size. This is the only thing that was small. And I believe maybe around Christmas time, this was, no, probably before then. Oh God, I'm losing all track of time. It's a product that's launched relatively recently. It launched actually last year, probably last summer. And every beauty influencer went wild about it, particularly certain ones. So I would suspect it is maybe owned by someone. I don't know who it's owned by. I'll have to look into it, but I bet it's owned by somebody in that space. Not an influencer, but you know, one of the ones who maybe worked at a brand or something like that. And it is a cleansing balm. I love a cleansing balm. And it is a little diddy pot of And Then I Met You, which personally I think is a bit of a daft name for a cleansing balm. Doesn't seem to have a smell, is absolutely bright yellow. I'm excited to try it though. I love a cleansing balm. I've run out of all of the ones that I have, and I'm using at the moment a small deluxe sample of the Emma Hardy Moringa balm, which I absolutely love. It's such a beautiful product, but I don't find it removes mascara as well as my Clinique Take the Day Off. It does get it off, but you know, not as well. And also, I just feel like using Emma Hardy to remove your makeup is such a waste of a beauty. You know, it's so much nicer to have it as a separate cleanser and be able to use it as to cleanse your skin as a treat, but I'm using it as a makeup remover at the moment, but I won't be anymore because I'll come on to that. But anyway, I was excited to get this and I'm very excited to try it. There was also a lip product in there, a lip jelly. I don't use a lot of these products. I might not even take this out of the box because I might gift it to somebody else. I might give it to my friend. It is Tower 28. So Tower 28 is a makeup brand that, again, I actually have only really heard of because I'm obsessed, as you might have guessed, with the Our Time of the Month girls, and they love it. But I also watch Taylor Wynn, and she seems to be quite a fan of the Tower 28 brand. I've never used anything. I might not waste this lovely looking product. I might give it to somebody as a present instead, just because I don't really use lip balm. And then the thing that really tipped me over the edge to buy this was a decadent luxurious product which I would never buy, ever buy, but I was interested in it, and it is right up my alley of things where if I do have spare cash or I'm going to treat myself, it's exactly the type of thing that I look at buying. It is the Ouai body cream in Melrose Place. So people say that this smells divine. People talk about it all the time. I'm going in now for the first sniff test. I haven't smelled it yet. It's got a lid. Oh, it's gloopy. I was expecting it to be a bit more body buttery. I tell you what, that is the exact smell of. Exact same smell. It's a copy. Did anybody used to use ages ago? I don't even think they make it now. I think it got discontinued. The Benefit fragrance range. There was a body cream, but Bodylicious, Babylicious. Oh my god. And there was a body cream, like a butter, like quite a thick body cream. There was a perfume and there was a body lotion. Oh my god, it is exactly that smell. It's the same. It's like a white flower. It's a Bathina, was it? But that's what it is. Anybody, please, somebody out there who remembers that Body Shop Bath and Body range, Benefit Bath and Body range, please tell me you've smelt this, and it is exactly the same. It's identical. And it's lovely. It's really nice. Really nice. Anyway, I've been wanging on for 27 minutes and I haven't even told you about all the stuff that I bought. That was my Cult Beauty haul. I shouldn't have done it. I'm disappointed in myself, but I'm actually happy with everything I've got, and I've got no guilt, apart from if I turn out to be disappointed with that milk bronzer, I will not be happy. But apart from that, I haven't got buyer's remorse. I just shouldn't have done it. But I also had to pop it into Superdrug because I was passing by, and because I'm out of cleansing butter for the reasons I've just said, I won't go into it. I bought this cheapy B Superdrug because it was better than half price. It's a melting cleansing balm. It was £4.87. I'm going to try it, report back. I also bought as a treat, because I ain't treated myself enough, have I? This little elf. It's called the Putty Blush, and I got it in Turks and Caicos. It's a country in the Caribbean, I think, maybe in the Pacific, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, it's like a corally kind of colour. As part of my new makeup, less is more flush skin. I bought this really because it was on offer. They're selling off in my Superdrug anyway. All the Revlon stuff looks like it's been discontinued with them. And it is a felt tip brow shaper. A bit, well, like all them felt tip ones. I'll try it. I don't know what it's like. This is the colour of it. It's a very dark brown. I really struggled to get a brown. It's not shown very well on this light, and also because there's no left because it was put on this morning. I have to have a really cool toned brown for my brows, if there's any kind of warmth in it at all, because I've got so much grey around the side of my face, but it's grey, but then my hair is a little bit multicoloured, darker in between. I've got a slightly yellow undertone to my skin. If anything is slightly warm in colour, it just really looks orange. So you have to have cool dark brown, and that might be a good colour. We'll try. Watch me fall in love with it, and it's discontinued. Can't get it anymore. Load of bollocks. And then I needed shampoo. I've run out of shampoo completely. I've even used the little mini ones that I've got. And I bought this because it's on offer. Not tried it before. It is by Revolution, and it is the hyaluronic hydrating shampoo. Extract, sulfate free, best for dry hair. So I'm just going to try this. It's a necessity. This was a necessity. This was a necessity. Brutally honest, everything else could live without it, couldn't you? Shameful. So apologies if you've been following me because you want somebody to support you in a no-buy routine. I've let you all down drastically, and I will thoroughly understand if you never come here again. Anyway, I might come back in a few weeks and tell you what I think about them. All the best. See ya. Bye.